From the Merseyside derby to the Manchester derby last week Sunday to the UEFA Champions League round of 16 fixtures on Monday that paired Chelsea against Barcelona together again in what that looks like a very exciting round of 16. Of course, that is how I'm welcoming you to this brand new episode of Limitless Soccer. Happy holidays to all our viewers out there. May God bless you, and of course may this holiday brings you a lot of beautiful memories. I welcome you to the show again. UEFA Champions League round of 16 will be a very exciting one, as I said earlier. And on the show today we have one of the most memorable games in the world of beautiful game, and of course for me personally, Chelsea versus Barcelona at the Camp Nou. Yes, that's the name of the stadium, Camp Nou Barcelona Stadium in 2012. But that's not what we're starting the show with today. Today we're going to start with the Manchester derby highlight. Last week Sunday, it was the battle for the top of the English Premier League. Manchester United hosted Manchester City, and after that game a lot of people agree with me that said, okay, Manchester City already has one hand on that trophy already. So let's give you the highlights of that last week Sunday game. Even though you watched the game live, I'm sure you even love it more by watching the highlights. Welcome to the show, and I'll be back after this highlight. Welcome back from that English Premier League highlights. Some games were also played midweek in the English Premier League. Chelsea defeated Huddersfield away by 3-1, and if we have enough time on hands today, we'll bring you more highlights from the English Premier League. But now we go to France and of course Spain. Last weekend it was Real Madrid versus Sevilla. It's always a very tough encounter between those two giants in the Spanish football, but it was very easy for Real Madrid, with Cristiano Ronaldo celebrating his 5th Ballondo'r, of course matching his fierce rival Lionel Messi to win that particular prestigious award 5 times each. I'm not sure any other player or players in history might just do that in our own lifetime. Between those two players, they have won that award 10 times in the last 10 years. Between the two of them, really great. God bless you both for playing the game, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. The highlight of Real Madrid Sevilla, and of course we cross over to France to bring you the highlight of Paris Saint-Germain, that big squad in France versus Lille Metropole. Lille Metropole was a team of our own former captain Vincent Enyeama, but he's no longer with them now. He's actually nursing an injury now, and that's one issue that we might get to discuss later on the show. Do you think Vincent Enyeama should make the Super Eagles team for the Russia 2018 World Cup? We'll discuss that as the show goes on. I'll be back. Welcome back. Going down the memory lane now. On Monday, the fixtures of the round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League was released, and of course some very exciting games that will be coming up from February 2018. Chelsea versus Barcelona. Again, we all know how that game always turn out. It's always a very fierce affair between both squads, but this season both teams have not been 100% at the top of their game. Chelsea, the current champion of the English Premier League, not doing so well and not so bad as well. And of course Barcelona have also had mixed results in Europe and also in the Spanish La Liga. Also, Juventus will be hosting Tottenham Hotspur. You know, we have 4 English sides for the first time in about few years that we're going to have 4 English sides in the knockout stage of the UEFA Champions League. We have Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, and of course Chelsea in the round of 16 of that particular tournament. And of course Liverpool, I think, have a very decent game against FC Porto, but Manchester City has a very easy one against FC Barcelona in the round of 16. But we are going down the memory lane right now. You remember that game that Fernando Torres scored a very memorable goal that a lot of us say, okay, we forgive you, Fernando Torres, for not scoring so many goals for Chelsea. I'm sure you enjoyed that as much as I did. Chelsea went on that season 2011-2012 to win the UEFA Champions League in Munich against Bayern Munich, right in their own stadium. So many things happened in that particular tournament. Chelsea sacked their manager and of course appointed one of their former own, Roberto Di Matteo, and Roberto Di Matteo led Chelsea all the way to the finals and of course lifting the UEFA Champions League in the final. And of course that game also ended Didier Drogba's career for Chelsea. Now, as we round off on the show today, there is this big debate going on social media, especially on social media and other media platforms regarding the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Do you think Vincent Enyama should be back in the Super Eagles squad for the Russia 2018? You remember Vincent never played any of the qualifying games for Super Eagles, but of course a lot of people are saying, where is the goalkeeper? Is it Ezenwa that is going to keep for Nigeria at the World Cup, or the young man that keep for Deportivo La Coruna right now that is going to be our #1? What is your own take? Tweet at us, of course, at LIMITLESS SOCCER, or of course communicate with us via the phone number and other social media platform on the screen right now, and tell us what you think. Next week, if your questions come to me, I'll definitely share it on the show. But we'll go down the memory lane again now and show a game that feature this great goalkeeper, Vincent Enyama. Nigeria at the 2002 FIFA World Cup. Nigeria versus Argentina. Remember last weekend we brought you the game in 1994 World Cup right here in the USA, featuring Nigeria, Argentina. And of course today again, Nigeria, Argentina at the Korea-Japan 2002 World Cup. Enjoy that highlight, and I'll be back to say goodbye on the show for this wonderful weekend. That's our time on Limitless Soccer this weekend. It's been my pleasure bringing the show to you. And of course, I want to wish everyone watching this wonderful channel and of course this show again the best of holidays. And of course, may it bring you a lot of memories, lots of love, and God bless everyone. If time permits us, we bring you some Premier League games highlight that were played on Tuesday and Wednesday, midweek games. But if time does not, I'll see you guys again next week, God willing. My name is Ballondo'r Arashi. Come sponsor Limitless Soccer. For sponsorship details, please contact the producer on any of the contact details on the screen right now. Goodbye and God bless you all. Bye-bye now.